Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Actually spawning in the south, we have William H. Harrison with OKW immediately going for Elite Armored. Teaming up with him is BodaciousBowow with Ostheer, who has Storm, Fortified Armor, and Spearhead. From the north we have MasterSteve with US Forces, who has Airborne, Heavy Cav and Infantry, and finally MZR with the British Forces going for Lease Assault. This is a Patreon backer submitted game, but everybody is in top 200. The Axis are a range team in the mid 50s, and the allies are randoms. I think MasterSteve around 110, MZR maybe 120. Got this on the side, I can double check. 120 for MasterSteve. 140 in fact for MZR, so definitely a rankings edge here for the Axis. So it's going to be early tech from William Harrison. Maybe it's actually going to be a fast 221, getting the early tech truck down. Standard stuff so far from Bowow. We do have a universal carrier with a squad in sight, making a path down to the cutoff. Looks like it's going to take a Faust immediately though. Whoops. MG repositioning quickly for Bowow. Let's just stay a safe distance. I'm not sure about that angle. Would be nice if it covered a bit more of that little avenue through the gap. Meanwhile, a push onto the cutoff down here. Looks like the rifleman already forced away, and with 3 squads coming down on the cutoff, the other rifle's not going to last long either. Looks like briefly volley fire was activated by MasterSteve, but the units went out of range, so it deactivated. That's one of the pitfalls of volley fire. If you try and do it long range, they can just run back like a couple range. You'll deactivate and then they can just run back in. Universal carrier coming across. Looks like it's been repaired up. Use the crew repair. Going to do a drop off. But with this much firepower here, it's not going to be easy. Goes in for a bit of a push with the UC. And pretty successful, limiting the DPS. Empire staying on the fuel and do get the decap. But overall, pretty good teamwork there from the random team. Fending off that attack, getting the recapture going. And because this was still decapped and still hasn't... Oh, here comes the 221 actually. MZR does not have the upgrade yet, and he's going to take a Faust, it looks like. Hung around too long. He's got that Faust range bulletin, and the 221's going to clean it up here. Yeah, a little bit clumsy there from MZR. Should have been able to escape that. They backed away. He had enough munis to go for the Vickers upgrade and then come back once that upgrade had completed. Going to finally reconnect the fuel now. So overall, stronger start from the Axis, as you might expect with the higher ranks. MZR also going for a Royal Engineer, maybe for repairs, and that is not going to have a target any longer. But before the 221 gets upgraded, very susceptible to the assault sections. They do spit out a lot of damage. Maybe you can get in range for a snare, maybe get some mines down from these engineers. Double Surnpies actually from William Harrison after going for the 221. Yeah, it's a good choice to retreat then. There's a lot of firepower coming back his way. Trying to fend off the squad down here, but it doesn't really have the health for it. Gone Captain into anti-tank gun though. MasterSteve does not yet have the mechanize. Comes in from the side with the volley fire. Here come the Sternpires. This could be a nasty retreat. No snares, of course, that means, with no mechanized upgrade. Volley fire does eventually suppress. And the AT gun fending off the 221. Rifleman against Sternpires though at this range, not looking good for the rifles, and now the re-echelon getting bullied. Upgrading that to the 223 now. Vet 2 already. Got a good amount of damage bonus, or extra accuracy leading to extra damage. And yeah, re-echelon late on the retreat for Master Steve, ends up costing the squad. Stayed in there a little bit too long, considering there were 3 squads in the retreat path. Unfortunately, did not manage to wipe this Sternpire either, so not quite working out for the allies at this stage. MZR coming back across to the side to assist his teammate. So they are teaming up next to the British medics, trying to stretch those as far as they'll go. And Master Steve really hurting for manpower at this stage. Take a quick look at the KDs here. Ooh! Okay, that is very painful. William Harrison, look at that. Doing tremendously, and Master Steve's the one on the receiving end of that. 221, you know, can get some of those situations going sometimes, especially, you know, it kind of comes down to MZR losing the universal carrier, otherwise that could have contained the 221.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Has led to a bit of a struggle. Interesting to see MZR actually go for like a second section as well. Don't often see those with these assault section builds, since typically don't go for bolster.
An extra soldier can be added to infantry squads now.
Makes them less appealing as a unit. Partial dodge on the grenades. Still did a decent amount of health. LMGs on the grenadiers now, so they'll be beating up those riflemen pretty good from that range. I do think if I was Master Steve, I probably would have gone for an anti-air half-track rush instead of an anti-tank gun to help combat this pressure. Connects once with the AT gun. Oh, and there was a snare there as well. 223 goes down. AT gun under some pressure though. Double Sternpires looking to get the D crew. Could even salvage that if they have a bit of breathing room, so needs to stay on top of them. Keep applying the pressure. So the Sternpires switch their focus though over to the retreating riflemen. Get the wipe on those. And could even get the captain here as well. They're doing some nasty damage. No, it's going to get away. Okay, smoke out there, but ends up retreating anyway. Unvetted assault section. Double grenadiers from the side. Wouldn't have lasted long, so I think that was a good choice. Had some paratroopers dropped in by Master Steve. Upgrading them with the M1919s. At least doesn't have to suffer the pressure. Oh my god, BodaciousBowow going for like an almost 9-minute 222. Unexpected choice.
Scout car has arrived.
And drop some mine planting there with the paratroopers about halfway through their weapon upgrade. Has to get out of there with the machine gun. Could easily get grenaders. Reconnecting the cutoff now. Rifle nade, but soaked by the heavy cover. Can hold his ground. Tries to charge in, but the MG was waiting back there for MZR. Has to get out. Oh wow, a Puma from William Harrison. I didn't realize he went for mechanized. Did see the mech crates back there, but I didn't notice it was mechanized tech. Unusual choice. Would have made the anti-air half-track less appealing option for sure, but doesn't look like either of the... oh, well, actually I spoke too soon. We've got a late AEC combined up with a call-in half-track. So all of a sudden, double light vehicles for MZR. Again, extremely late with this though. AEC usually hits the field about 3 minutes earlier than this, and wow. Big grenades from the officer. Steals the LMG that dropped as well. Not the best on the assault officer though. Can't fire it on the move like commandos can. And that was a rebuild on the 223 from William Harrison. That's an unusual choice. Rifleman trying to get in range for an anti-tank grenade. It's a Vet 3, they get the extra range. Doesn't quite have it yet.
Airborne on the ground. Suppressive fire!
coming in. Looking to pressure the AT gun. Paratroopers trying to keep it safe. Here comes another squad of paratroopers. 222's over here as well. A lot of pressure on Master Steve. The T-gun going to spin around. Gets a snare off. Puma slowed. Pops the smoke though to try and disappear. The T-gun packing up, setting up. A couple of times gets one shot off on the 222. Has enough firepower here though to hold the line.
The enemy is overrunning one
Meanwhile,
of our capture points.
good progress on the other side by MZR. Doing some capping now. He's gone for bolster, which, you know, I was saying I don't really think that's a good idea.
Brim guns and Peard launchers can now be used by many
Fix
units.
3 of his squads. It's okay, but I think that's one of the highlights of going for Lease assault. Second AT gun for Master Steve. I think this is a pretty good choice. It's entirely possible BodaciousBowow will be very close to a tank at this stage. He's got the battle phase done. We can see he doesn't have the manpower to make it work, but just about would be there for fuel. So I don't think it's a terrible idea to get a second anti-tank gun, especially while William Harrison's got 2 light vehicles as well for the anti-tank guns to fire upon. It's not like they're going to be sitting around doing nothing in the meantime. Throws out a phosphorus nade there, I think it was. Do have the option of the smoke or the phosphorus once you get vet. And the weapon upgrade. Okay, good amount of firepower. MG gets decrewed coming in from the side. Could maybe he have gone for the recovery with that squad very quickly, but didn't pull the trigger on it. Okay. That vehicle takes a snare. Double anti-tank guns rolling up. Not quite here yet though. Positioned in the distance, but the M1919 paras are really proving to be a tall task for William Harrison to counter. And he's getting bullied now. With the loss of that machine gun, it's going to be even harder. Going in here with the AC, takes a shot. Ah, it's going to be dead. Yeah, that was not a good choice from MZR. Needed to commit there. Might have been able to, like, commit, of course, the AT gun to rotate, then brought in the quad from the other side and got the quick decrew on the pack. Oh, out the back there. 221 in some trouble. The Puma's going in for a bit of an expedition, but there are 3 anti-tank guns here. I don't think this is going to go too well for him. Bit of pressure though. Assault MG looking to suppress. M1919 Paris doing their best to hold the line. Red AT gun out the back though. Misses its shot. One of the US AT guns connects. Oh, misses the kill shot though. Very lucky break there for William Harrison. MG gets decrewed, but we've got the quad in here now looking to prevent the recovery of this by William Harrison. Captain goes down on retreat though, and there we go. High casualties for both teams. Sorry about that, got interrupted. Back into the action.
We're losing a capture point. Ready for action.
Well, it looks like Master Steve's going to be able to win the race back to the machine gun. 2 green Ds coming across from Bowow. Picks up the bar first off. Gets suppressed though. Might not have rifle nade range, and recovering units are actually very spread out, so wouldn't have died to a rifle nade anyway. Good snare on the 222 as it does a drive-by, and it's a command tank from Bowow. Okay, ends up being 15 minutes. It's okay as a timing, not incredible. Up against, you know, 3 AT guns already. Not sure about this one. Takes 2 shots there. Doesn't really do too much damage. Trying to go for some attack ground work maybe. Through the smoke, maybe not. Assault sections.
Tank gun and crew now ready for
Forcing
action.
that unit back.
The sector has been cut off.
So officer stays on top of the machine gun, doesn't allow it off the hook, but then the 222 comes in, chases away the officer in return. Boomer and 223 out on the edge here. Oof, nearly kills the 223. He's gained health at Where's it gaining the extra health? Oh yeah, there we go, add vet 3. There's just so many vet bonuses there, I kind of got lost. Couple AT guns continuing with their advance. William Harrison having to back away here. Has got his Schwer up. Oh, but does not have the Panzer authorization still. Maybe suggest putting this into resource boosting mode at this stage. Trying to get a tank out a bit faster for William Harrison. Axis have been losing control of their fuel quite a lot over the last 5 minutes or so. After that initial pressure got relieved. And the command tank getting off to a bit of a slow start, continuously running into anti-tank guns. Snare on the Puma, double anti-tank guns right here. We've got the Obers though, looking for the decrew, but the M1919 Para's doing alright. And the machine gun out the back actually suppresses. Moves back a little bit with the AT guns. Tried to set up with the smoke interrupting. Trying to go for some attack grounds, but the elevation unkind. No, the 223's coming in. How is that mod dead? Doesn't have the health bonus yet. Not sure. Oh, this could be trouble. AT guns. Oh, gets decrewed, but the quad comes in, polishes off the 223. Puma's coming in now behind this. MG's doing its best, suppresses a lot. The Panzer IV command tank, though, meanwhile goes down to MZR while all of this carnage is happening. Anti-tank gun's going to try to set up here for a shot. Oh, gets one off just as it was getting decrewed. But that was a big counterattack from William Harrison. MasterSteve didn't quite have enough to hold the line. Steel on the AT gun, going to kill off the other one with the Puma. While doing its best from the side. Actually, the pack tried to come through and pressure the quad, decrewed up here. But they do not have enough infantry
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
you know, screen this and prevent it from being recrewed, and then giving some time for MZR to kill it off with his double AT guns. So what a counterattack from the Axis. Didn't feel like they had enough to make that work, but eventually it did come good. Oh, that was a nasty grenade. Tried to retreat, but I think he got the worst of both worlds. Clumped up. No protection from the cover. I think there was there a sandbag there? I thought there was a heavy cover sandbag. Maybe it was just my imagination, right? Maybe it was light cover.
Stand by! Orders!
The paratroopers do have a vet advantage over the Obers, so that does help out a lot. You know, once they're both max vet, the Obers are stronger, but at this stage, Paras, the vet lead, have a nice advantage. Oh, nice. I think that was an attack ground shot. MasterSteve having to back out with the Sherman. For a second there, I thought that it was a... They didn't finish killing the anti-tank gun. Still doesn't have a MG on this. Interesting, Bow Wow. Okay, he's upgrading it now. Rebuild on the command tank. I don't know why he wants these command tanks. Cromwell coming in now. Huge damage. These assault officers gonna escape. Tries to go for an attack round and actually connects on the Grenadiers. Double anti-tank guns backing this up for MZR. You can be confident over here. There's such a huge advantage. The Puma is on the other side of the map, so no assistance from William Harrison there he has to worry about. Can afford to be a bit more aggressive, and he is. Having some pathfinding issues though in this castle area. Pack missing its shot. That's going to give him a reason to be conservative though. Going to back away after that. Meanwhile, another hard charge, just a massive Axis blob from William Harrison. Sherman on high explosive. Doesn't need the extra penetration against the Puma. A bit of a clumsy path for the quad to take, going around that side of the trees. It's finished off fast. Sherman looking to come in from the side here though. Jagdpanzer is going to be the choice from William Harrison. Interesting. Ooh, big hit from the Sherman. Looking to wipe these sternpires now. The AT gun is not in a position to return fire. Sherman misses. And misses again. Looks like he wants to get in range to Faust, get a snare on the Sherman. But he just keeps missing with this Puma again and again. He's got the heat shells active, but the Faust does not get the timing right. Puma trying to take advantage of its range edge, but gives up on the chase eventually. Quite bad luck, I'll say that, for William Harrison. Missing so many shots in a row there. I think it was like 4 or 5 shots. Forgot a snare on that Sherman. Might have been the end of it. And those high-vet Pumas with the heat shells are nasty.
Hands up here, ready for action.
Okay, bit of pressure. Oh, the Jackson's coming in. Didn't see this one. The T-gun trying to set up, but under pressure gets one shot off. And the Jackson misses the kill shot, though. Bit of good fortune, though, for William Harrison on the swing back. Major's got the LMG. The Ober's dropped. Double anti-tank guns. Oh. Oh. Goes down. Maybe he could have fired off a smoke shell. Stayed alive there. Major artillery dropped on the anti-tank gun. Jackson's going to come back in and try and finish it off, but not necessary. Good scatter on the major artillery. Gets the job done by itself. Well, it's not a risk-free place to start repairs. Here comes the Puma now. Jackson backing away already. Got a snaring unit there with the rifles. Puma's doing well. Oh, a bit of a block there from the Sherman. Nearly cost him his Jackson. Luckily, the Puma missed. Now the Panzer IV getting very low. The Sherman still on high explosive. Might come in for the Puma kill. The heat shells have worn off. All his infantry getting suppressed. The Sherman wasn't on prioritized vehicles. Barrel facing the wrong direction. Obers go down. A little bit of a late retreat there. Maybe a grazing shot from the Sherman. Misses again. And going to give up the chase. Good timing to do so as well. Double anti-tank guns from Bowow were coming across. So many misses from both sides down this area of the map. But yeah, this Puma's starting to vet up. It's got the bonus damage now from Vet 3. Extra reload. Gets more range shortly. Makes it really hard to deal with. So it gets that 10 extra range. Jackson just so much trouble. Proving at such a high rate of fire by comparison. Reboot on the quad from MZR, which is a touch unusual. Haven't seen any planes, though Bowow could maybe bring in a recon plane. AT guns kill off the quad. Puma came in just in case. Needed to land one extra shot. Jackson missing in return. As you heard the announcer saying, Elephant is unlocked. Still about 100 fuel off that though. Pack decruise. Command tank does chase away the officer. Sherman switching over to armor piercing. Looks like he's gonna charge in, try to kill this off. Puma coming across. And there we go, the Jackson seals the deal. Pop the heat shells just in case. Oh, huge shot. But the AAT guns are lining up here. He's got... Okay, he's trying to pop target weak point, but Jackson gets out of harm's way fast enough to go off. Cromwell comes in for a bit of a crush. Just about. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh. Obers managed to crawl into range, get the bundle nade off before being pinned. Decrease the stolen machine gun and gonna recover that now. Major artillery out the back. Boom is healthy again, up to Vet 4 now. Got that range bonus. Okay, we've got an M10 from MZR. Interesting. Kind of like a suicide unit most of the time. Looks like Bow Wow's not going to stall for the Elephant. Just going to go for a Panther instead. Given that MasterSteve does have double Jacksons, I think it would have been a perfectly acceptable choice to go for the Elephant. Seems like maybe the Panther will have trouble against the double Jacksons. MasterSteve's still a way off the P-47s though in terms of munitions. Coming in with the high explosives, cooking. Couple good shots in there. Double Jacksons trying to get some shots in, but that Puma's just so fast, so accurate. Real sniper. I was going to say earlier, we haven't really seen William Harrison use the aimed shot so far.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
You got the Fox Grenadiers. Maybe something's missing from his arsenal. He's a little bit low on munitions at this stage though. Puma having to smoke away to safety. Double Jacksons. Seeing to that. He's going to build a Panther as well, William Harrison. Meanwhile, 222 still alive. Out on the far edge here. Going to chase away the squad. Throws out a smoke to complete the decapture. Needs to go for some attack ground action. The Cromwell's come across this way, but there is a telemine down here. Could be a nasty surprise with that fresh Panther potentially available to clean this up. And there we go. Going across now. MG decrewed again, maybe by the Sherman. Puma's coming in hot, looking to polish off this low health Jackson. Oh, it's not quite enough damage though. And now it's one shot. The Sherman. I'm not going to try chasing for the kill. And here we go, Panther looking to mop up the Cromwell. Coming in here with the M10. Pops the speed boost. Oh, bounces. Well, it'll be one shot or two to kill this. Just the one. Nice move there by MZR. Can't believe the Panther didn't manage to kill that Cromwell in all that time. And the double AT guns eventually lead to the overwhelm. Panther though for William Harrison coming across. It's a situation where the heat shells might be appreciated. Doesn't have the munis for it actually. Got the kill anyway. Thought he might have needed the extra damage. M10 of course has 560 health instead of the regular 640, so it does change the shots to kill sometimes. The heat shells can come in handy. Another fault stream down for William Harrison. He's really lost a lot of infantry this game. The planes don't do a huge amount. They do force the Axis back. Cromwell's still out getting repaired. Took a main gun crit amongst all of that. Scott now for Master Steve. For some Pathfinders as well, kind of late in the game, but the vision from them very helpful, especially if up against a Puma like this. Oh, Puma misses the kill shot. Lucky break for the Scott. The double Jackson slamming home the damage on the Panther though.
The capture point is under attack.
Oh, double AT guns. No, just the one actually. Didn't notice what happened to the other one. Double Jackson's facing the wrong direction here. MG gets decrewed. Oh boy. Yeah, it was not a good path to take by Master Steve. Jackson's facing the wrong direction. I know he wanted to go that way to dodge the AT gun, but probably would have been safer just to back through that zone. Hard to know though, hard to know. Good capitalization on that by William Harrison. Saw the Jacksons face the wrong direction. Able to duck back in there and get the kill. Ober's dead though for William Harrison, so another squad down. I think that was his high vet squad as well. So he's taken some losses. Not getting free kills by any means. So some base howitzer fire. Oh, assault section dead down the far edge. So they took a big old bundle nade. Scott's coming in for a barrage on this cluster of team weapons. Quick reactions from BoWow, who's got a lot of resources, maybe saving for another Panther, it kind of seems like. And this MG has been decrewed and recrewed in almost this exact same spot like 4 times now, feels. Is that? Looks like the Allies gonna set up the capture. The Axis are actually quite far behind on VPs, and it doesn't help when BoWow throws away his only Pioneer squad like that. Does have the manpower to rebuild it though. Double AT guns get a couple good shots on these Brit tanks. Oh, was that a mine? Faust. Smoke out both directions, but the Puma dives in from the side. Takes a snare though from the sappers. M10's going to try to finish it off. Pops the smoke a little bit too late. M10 swarming in, but somehow targeting the stern pies by accident. Maybe not on Prate's vehicles. Goes down. MG decrewed again. They're trying to get every point of damage it can here. MG having to retreat. And yeah, Master Steve's going to recrew that machine gun again. I'm surprised its weapon health is still 100%.
The enemy is now at 75 points.
Well, it might be on the verge of getting destroyed. Army size is still, you know, pretty close between the two teams, especially once BoWow gets this Panther out. It just feels like the Axis are not having any success at the moment. I think all the squad losses for William Harrison have been dragging them down a lot. Doesn't have that hero Puma anymore as well, so the Jacksons should have even more success from Master Steve. They're losing control of the center. They are making a dash for the far edge. Needs to cap that. So Axis really, they got to make this next push count. And able to dive around the side of the machine gun out of its vision range. You have a mine down here from MZR.
The enemy's taken a proper thrashing. He's down to only 50
Oh,
points.
here we go. Bit of a bait, I think, from Master Steve. But the mine... Oh, okay, does end up triggering. Got the snare off on him anyway. And now he's coming in with the AP rounds. He's popped down the planes just in case, guaranteeing the kill. Loses paratroopers during that, but kills off the Panther. William Harrison really needed that. Picks up double M1919s on the Volkskriegs though. Might be too late for that to matter. And Bowow's Panther, just on the edge of the circle, ends up taking some damage itself. Oh, was, you know, potential turning point there for the Axis, but that mine, William Harrison overplaying his hand, may be feeling a little bit desperate. Got a Firefly in the mix now. Big damage on the Panther, the Scott. Huge damage from it onto these team weapons. Panzer IV coming in from the side though. Gonna knock out the Cromwell. Double AT tank gun spinning around for this Panzer IV. Might see the end of the Firefly. A lot of trades.
The enemy have destroyed one of our
Axis in control down the far side, and MZR forgot about the offer, so that goes down to the command tank. I don't know where Master Steve's going with this machine gun. That's... okay. Works out alright. It's got the Sherman there for some backup, and it's Vet 3, very fast. Good rate of fire. Panther's still alive though. Tank guns are back there. Engineers, oh, look like they almost got the AT nade off.
There's a shiny new officer and gentleman ready to go.
Okay, a bit of pressure here. A good shot from the command tank. That's actually becoming a little bit formidable. Doesn't gain any combat bonuses though, just armor. Turret rotation. Might have a scatter bonus or something, a Vet 2. Jackson just about back up to full strength. 25 EPs left for the Axis. Under pressure down here as well. Vet section's going to win this fight comfortably. He's got to send the command tank out there.
Damned enemies
Trying to cap in the center with the stern powers, but that's just so much allied infantry covered by a machine gun. No hope for the Axis, so they throw in the towel. Oof, it was actually quite a high action game. Just, yeah, like really consistent fighting. Didn't devolve into like a bunch of rocket artillery either, just lots of medium tank fights. Very entertaining because of that. But yeah, Axis got off to such a strong start. Really good pressure on the Allied cutoff, getting the kill on the Universal Carrier, and dominant 2-2-1 action from William Harrison. But then, I don't know, ended up going for the Puma. Didn't really make a lot of sense. I suppose MZR did eventually kind of play into that by going for double lights, and it did actually kind of work out. The double lights from MZR kind of overrun Bowow. Bowow going for a very late 2-2-2. Did keep it alive all right. It's a little bit of a strange choice. And then rebuilding the command tank, he kept it alive all right. Did a decent amount of damage, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the command tank. I just feel like its aura isn't as powerful as it needs to be for what it offers. But yeah, I think ultimately it was the infantry losses from William Harrison that kind of cost the Axis this game. Just too many squad wipes. Never really able to build up to a significant force. And some good teamwork from the Allies as well, considering they're a random team. So good rotations from MZR. The mine down here, potentially, you know, sealing the game for the Allies against that final Panther. GG, well played. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.